Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I hope you can tell that we love what we do, you know? And we love being here with you guys, and you guys have been so cool tonight, and thanks for sticking it through the rain and stuff. You've seen a lot of stuff talked about tonight, World Vision. Been working with them for a while. And I want to tell you a quick story. We moved down to Nashville, 2001. All us 4 guys. Glenn and I are married. It was my first year of marriage. Glenn's 3rd year of marriage or something like that. And we all moved into one house. We bought a car for $1,500 or something. And it was a car that was had all these white spots on it, so we nicknamed it Michael Jackson. Horrible. And nice little hee-hee there. We had no money, and it was actually a really tough time for us because we had this calling on our lives, you know, to use our music, and at least we thought we did, you know, and sometimes it's confusing that your dream and your calling, you know, sometimes they blend, and it's hard to figure things out. And I was just newly married, and my wife, we're Canadian, so I had a musician's visa, and she couldn't work. She was just on like a visitor's visa. And so she is feeling out of place, you know. She's a professional girl, and she's got a great job now and everything, but she was feeling like really lost, and I was too, because she was in a lot of ways. And we were making $300 a month, and Michael Jackson broke down, and we were borrowing. I think that's what happened. I don't even know if that was really the case, but we were borrowing, for some reason, our manager's car, and we had found a church by walking. It was really close, and it was a great church, so my wife and I would walk to church on Sunday. And then we joined a community group, so we had to borrow this car, this old minivan that had duct tape to hold the windows up. Yeah, it's gangsta. And so we go to community group in this borrowed car, and it's just in that time, that almost crucible of our lives, and we were trying to figure out, why, God, have you brought us down to Nashville, Tennessee from Canada? We're totally broke, we have nothing. I was feeling like a bit of a loser, not being a provider, and feeling like I wasn't doing a good job as a husband, and just really counting on the Lord for everything, and I was really sort of questioning God, you know, like, what have you done here? And so we borrow this car, we go to community group, and someone's telling their life story, and they're saying, back in 1980 something, when I first worked and he was a musician, he's like, I was only making $600 a month, and everyone laughs, right? And of course, at that time, which was just 2001, we're making $300 a month, and we felt like we were being laughed at a little bit, and it just was like another pinprick, you know. And my wife and I caught each other's eyes, and we're like, wow, we're losers, you know. We really felt like that. And so it was that community group, that very same community group, where we were driving home, and one of the duct tapes gives out because it's been taped up so many times, and the window crashes down into the sill, which just for some reason causes my wife to start crying. And as she starts crying, not because of the window, but because of everything else in our lives, I look in the rearview mirror, and there's these flashing lights. Whoop, whoop, I'm getting pulled over. I'm like, oh, great. So we get pulled over, and the cop comes up to the window, and it was down, and pokes his flashlight in and says, looks at me with my shaggy hair, looks at my wife, who's crying, and says to my wife, is he beating you? And I, of course, you know, now not only am I perceived not a good provider, but I'm also not a good protector, and it just triggers all of these emotions in me, and I feel like I'm going to break down, you know? Well, I put that on pause and fast forward some years, and God provides. We move into a little pool house. The family in our church had an extra little tiny place to live, and we moved out from the commune, as we referred to it, and moved into the pool house for free, you know. Someone lent us a car for 8 months, and then my wife got a visa to work in a really cool job that she wanted, and then just things sort of rolled along. And our journey was tough, you know. We're still, even as a band, you know, we struggle, and even to make ends meet and make flights and get stuff where it's going, and there's just a lot going on. But just a year and some ago, my wife and I were sitting down at my piano in our house now, just a beautiful home in Nashville, and God just gave us this cool turn-of-the-century grand piano, and I'm playing through some of the songs that we'd written, you know, like A Better Way and Little As Much and Protest of Praise, and just all of these songs, you know. And my wife and I looked at each other again with a realization that our broken, hard, difficult, struggling times, you know, had become our songs, had become our ministry. And I know you have some broken parts in your life, and I know maybe you think like God can't use you because of them, but the cool thing is that God wants to use them, not in spite of them, but he wants to use those very things. He doesn't want to take our broken pieces and just make them better and put them up on a shelf. He wants to take those broken pieces, fashion them into something that can bless the world, you know. So you've been raped, you've been beat up, you've experienced separation and divorce and all of those horrible things. God can use that. and he will give you joy and redeem those broken parts. We've been talking about World Vision, and it's a way to serve. It's a way to serve from our brokenness. From out of humility, we can reach across the globe and offer a cup of cold water to those in need. And it's only $35 a month. Make a massive difference. We're just singing the song, Hope is Rising, you know? I believe that's true, that God's church is being built and the gates of hell won't prevail against it. And we, the West, who have so much, it's something we have, you know? We got stuff. We got a lot of it. Let's use it to bless the world, you know? I'm running out of batteries and I need to change them. Give me a second here. I got them. So we're going to play a song that just talks about that exact thing, taking all of our story, all of our resources, all of our broken pieces, using them for Him. And I'm proud to say this week, it's number 7 on the national charts, which is a really cool thing for us. We feel totally privileged to be able to be heard by so many people. We love you guys. Here I am.
Sometimes your calling comes in dreams. Sometimes it comes in the spirit's breeze. Yeah, you reach for the deepest hope in me and call out for the things of eternity. But I'm a man of dust and stains. You move in me, so I can say, here I am, Lord, send me all of my life, make an offering. Here I am, Lord, send me. Somehow my story is a part of your plan. Here I am. Setbacks and failures and upset plans test my faith and leave me with empty hands. Are you not the closest when it's hardest to stand? I know that you will finish what you began.